Alright, so we are going to be building a pool here in the backyard. Let y'all see the house here real quick back behind me. So basically walking out of these doors here, turn around, we're going to be building a pool somewhere right out in here. Unfortunately, we've got a few factors we've got to deal with, such as we've got a few trees in the way. We got 1, 2, 3 trees that need to come out. Additionally, we've got overhead utilities currently coming in to the back of our house. So back over that way, you can kind of see the electric meter. We've got an intermediate pole coming in, got the electrical coming in overhead. What we want to do is go ahead and bury those underground utilities so that it's just a little more aesthetically pleasing. So we've got to bury those guys. In addition to that, we've also got our main plumbing lines, our cleanouts that go. We have one here for this side of the house, and then we've got another one right here. Those both lead back to there. The lines join up and they go directly through where our pool's going to go, so we get to move those also. So we've got electrical in the way, we've got plumbing in the way. Then we've also got an above ground propane tank with a nice copper line that goes from there all under here back underneath the house. So we're going to be relocating that propane tank from its current position over there, and we're going to be moving it back over there. What else do we have in the way? Oh, we're not done with utilities yet. We have our main water line that actually goes about 800 feet back that way to our water meter, and then we have an old galvanized pipeline that's buried that goes all the way up to here and then actually enters the house right there. So we're going to be replacing that old galvanized line, and we're going to be doing 1.5 inch just CPVC, and then we'll go back underneath the house, have it all meet up. It'll only be 1.5 inches from the meter's 3/4, and then coming into the house is actually 3/4 as well. So we're really just doing the 1.5 inches just kind of for posterity's sake, and in the future if we want a bigger meter, we can get a bigger meter and then change out the plumbing actually going into the hot water heater and everything. What else we got? So pool's going to be going back out this way. We'll be relocating that. We'll be relocating the propane tank. We'll be relocating the overhead utilities. And then all of the pool equipment is actually going to run around the side of the house, back over this way, and it'll be going somewhere around here, over here by the HVAC units, by the condensers. So we'll have a 6-3 wire that we end up burying, going from the panel on the house over that way, come down here, go that way. 6-3 wire, has to all be copper because we're in the city limits. 6-3 wire going to a 50 amp breaker. What else do we have? I'm trying not to have to do anything with that propane, or I'm sorry, with the trying not to have to do anything with the septic tank for obvious reasons. If we can just leave it in that same spot, that would be fantastic. What else? Oh, so the routing of the actual utilities, you can see back of the house here, we've got a conduit that actually goes back into the I'm not even pointing at it, am I? There we go. Conduit that goes through the slab. We're going to try to utilize that and reuse all the existing boxes. So the routing of everything will go basically here, and this is going to have our electrical. It'll have conduits in it for our cable provider. It'll have the water line, and it'll also have a copper buried line for our propane tank. So it'll all go kind of back through here. Got propane tank going there. We'll trench right through here, straight back. The let's see, the existing meter that you see there, that pole's going away, and I had the city actually come and install a new pole for us. This pole right here is going to be our pole that's going to have our meter on it, so it'll be nice. Kind of, you can see back that way towards the house how you've got a pole there and then the other pole. Those will both go away, so no more poles. It'll be all underground all the way to the house from this point right here. So it'll have our meter on it. They'll relocate the transformer from that pole over to this pole. Then from this point here, we're going to be joining up and heading back over this way, and that's going to have our new water line that'll be all the way back to the street. And we're also going to be adding a few lateral lines for some sprinklers, or actually just for hose bibs. I got enough to do, I think, 5 hose bibs. We're just doing 3/4 on those hose bibs. So we've got our 1.5 inch, which will be our main water line, and then it'll have lateral lines splitting off, going to our hose bibs that we're going to add. And that's really just so that we can be watering some of the maple trees that we've been planting. Got maple trees, maybe eventually get some grass back here. I don't know. What else do y'all need to know? Oh, we're also going to be, my buddy Jose is going to hook us up with some Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable. And we're actually going to be running video cameras. I've got cameras all around the house right now. We're going to be adding some cameras back here. I've got some stuff that I sell back at my back fence sometimes. So I figured I'd get some video cameras out here. I think our total run, by the time I route it through the house and get it out here, we're going to be at about 1,000 feet for our cable runs. I called the manufacturer of the cameras and they said that was okay. They said as long as it's just one solid cable and it doesn't have any splices or anything, that I should still have good video quality, even being that far of a run. So hopefully they're telling the truth. And you can see kind of the creek back here. Oh, we've got, you see the old galvanized line right here. Got it buried with a little towel, covered up. And you can see right here as well. And it's amazing how much this has actually washed out ever since we bought the place a few years ago. This was just barely exposed when we first got it, and now you can see how much it's eroded. So we're trying to get that guy buried down. And some of our little maple trees we've planted. Maple trees. And then you can see this back fence. Right back over there is kind of where our meter is in the corner. So trenching all the way there, back up towards the house. And like I said, that's about an 800-foot run, more or less, as a crow flies. So we'll end up being maybe 850, 900 feet of actual water line. So that's what we're working on.